My dear children, welcome back to Ramayana Storytelling Episode 3. How have you all been? Shall we do a quick recap on what happened in Episode 2? Can you tell me the previous part of the story? Yes, you're right. We saw how Manthara told Kaikeyi to ask for her wishes to King Dasharatha, isn't it? Now, who was Manthara? Yes, she was Kaikeyi's Sakhi. And what were Kaikeyi's two wishes? Did I hear it right? Was it to send Rama to 14 years of Vanavasa and to crown Bharata as a king? Yes, you're right. Dasharatha agreed for Kaikeyi's wishes and sent Rama for 14 years of Vanavasa and made Bharata as a king. Now, shall we continue the story? Children, have you ever cried a lot? Was it because you wanted a toy or something and you did not get it? How did this lot of cry make you? It made you sad, isn't it? And after crying a lot, did you ever wanted to lie on a bed? It made you tired and weak, isn't it? And you never wanted to come out of the bed until you got what you wanted or even talk to anyone. Am I right? Well, this is called depression, my dear children. After Rama, Sita and Lakshmana were sent out of the palace for 14 years of Vanavasa, Rama's father, King Dasharatha, felt very sad and became depressed. He felt sick and was lying on his bed, and he remembered some incident that happened long ago. Once upon a time, before Rama was born, there was a boy whose name was Shravana Kumara. He was very unlucky as both of his parents were blind and could not see anything with their eyes. So, they could not look after Shravana Kumara. Children, can you tell me who looks after you, prepares your food, helps you with the bath and dressing up, etc.? Isn't it your parents or grandparents? But for Shravana Kumara, there was no one to look after him. Instead, he had to look after his parents as they were very old and blind. He used to do all the household work, cook food for them, feed them, take them wherever they wanted to go and also put them to bed. He used to fulfill all of his parents' wishes so that they were very happy all the time. Once they wished to go on a pilgrimage. Do you know what is pilgrimage, my dear children? Have you ever been to a pilgrimage? Have you heard your grandparents wishing to visit temples far away like Kashi, Kedarnath, Tirupati, Shirdi, etc.? Well, this journey is called pilgrimage. Shravana thought that this will be a very long journey and that will take a few days. And my parents are old and blind. It will be very difficult to make them walk all through the journey. Now, children, have you ever seen how blind people walk? Can you walk with your eyes closed? Now, can you tell me how did you walk? Did you stretch your hands to feel the things so that you don't hit upon things? Well, blind people do the same thing. They stretch their hands or tap their hand stick or blind stick to feel what is on their way so that they don't hit themselves and fall down. Imagine if Shravana Kumara's parents had to go on a pilgrimage like this for so many days, it would take them ever to reach the temples. So, Shravana Kumara built them a balance like a device using a long stick, 2 baskets and some ropes like you can see in this picture. He made his father sit in one basket and his mother in the other basket and carried them by placing the stick on his shoulders. While going like this, they reached a forest near Kingdom Ayodhya. Shravana Kumara's parents felt very hungry and they wanted to eat food. He rested his parents under a tree and offered them fruits from the forest. They felt thirsty after eating the fruits and asked for water. So, Shravana Kumara took a vessel to get them water from a river which was flowing nearby. During this time, King Dasharatha had gone to the same forest for hunting. Children, have you ever seen animal heads stuck to a wood hand hanging in the wall in the museums? This is called exhibiting hunting of animals. In the olden days, it was very common for kings and princes to go for hunting. It was like an entertainment or sports for them, like we watch TV or play games today. During such hunting, kings would kill animals that were troubling the people in their kingdom or take the animal home for a pride. King Dasharatha had a very special talent. He could shoot a bow correctly to the target even without seeing it. But how does he get to know where the target is? He had a very sharp ears and could hear the sound made from a very far distance. So he listens carefully to the sound made, understands in which direction the sound was made, and shoots the arrow in that direction, and it hits the target accurately. So, while he was hunting and hiding near a bush, he heard the sound of water in the river, as if someone was drinking water. He thinks it is a deer that has come to drink water in the river, and shoots the arrow in this direction. All of a sudden, King Dasharatha hears a loud cry of pain. The arrow had pierced the chest of Shravanakumara instead of the deer. Shravanakumara falls on the ground. Dasharatha comes running immediately to see what had happened. He feels very sad and guilty, seeing a boy fallen down and crying in lot of pain. The boy was covered in soil and blood. The vessel which he had got to fill the water was spilt and lying beside him. Seeing Dasharatha, Shravanakumara says in trembling voice, "Please do not worry about me. I had come to fetch some water for my thirsty parents. They are blind and sitting below that tree. Could you please give them water to drink and tell them about my death?" Saying so, Shravanakumara died in front of Dasharatha. Dasharatha was very sad and disturbed. He said to himself, "What a terrible person I am, to kill a boy who had come to fetch water for his blind parents." He goes to Shravanakumara's parents and gives water. "Children, what are we taught about strangers at school and home?" Yes, you're right, that we should not take anything that the strangers offer, and we should not go out with the strangers, isn't it? Well, Shravanakumara's parents also did the same thing. They refused water and said, "We cannot drink this water until we know who you are and where our son is." Dasharatha says in a very sad voice, "I am King Dasharatha of Ayodhya. I had come to this forest for hunting. When your son had come to the river to fetch water, I heard the sound and mistook it for a deer drinking water and shot an arrow at it. Your son is dead, and I am very sorry for what happened." Children, what do we do when we lose a toy that we loved a lot? We cry and cry, isn't it? Well, Shravanakumara's parents had lost their loving son, so they were very sad and cried. They requested the king to take them to the place where Shravanakumara was lying dead. They touched their loving son and cursed the king. Children, let us imagine someone has hit you or snatched your toys. What do? You cry and say bad things in anger, isn't it? Do you say, "Wait, I will tell my mama and papa and make them scold you so that you become sad"? Well, saying such bad things and wishing bad for people when we are angry is called curse. Shravanakumara's parents said, "King Dasharatha, you have killed our beloved son who was everything to us. Now there is no one to look after us, and we do not have a purpose to live. A day will come when you will also die alone, knowing that your sons are not with you." Saying this, Shravanakumara's parents took a dip in the river and died beside their son. Remember, children, this incident about Shravanakumara had happened even before Rama was born. Now, after sending Rama to Vanavasa, King Dasharatha was very sad and fell sick and was lying on his bed. He remembers that what has happened with Rama was the curse given by Shravanakumara's parents. He was alone now, without Rama and his other sons. In this sorrow, King Dasharatha died too. During the whole time, when Kaikeyi asked Dasharatha for her 2 wishes and Rama was sent to Vanavasa, Rama's other 2 brothers, Bharata and Kshatrugna, were out of the kingdom for some work. When they returned to the palace, they get to know that their father had died and that Kaikeyi had asked for her 2 wishes. They also get to know that it was because of Manthara that Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana had been sent on 14 years of Vanavasa. Bharata feels very sad and ashamed of his mother. Immediately, he goes to meet Rama. He asks Rama to come back and become the king and rule Ayodhya. But remember, children, I had told you that Rama was a very obedient son and he never went against his parents, isn't it? Rama said that he had promised his father to go on Vanavasa for 14 years and hence cannot return back. Bharata felt very disappointed and asked for Rama's paduke. Children, paduke are wooden slippers which were worn in the olden days. Even today, saints wear the same kind of paduke. Bharata takes these paduke to Ayodhya, places them on the throne and worships it. Bharata rules the kingdom of Ayodhya in the name of Rama and tells his people that he will rule only until Rama finishes his Vanavasa and gets back. After Rama gets back, he will be crowned as the king of Ayodhya. Meanwhile, Rama, Sita and Lakshmana settles in the bank of river Godavari. Shall we end today's episode here, children? So, what did we learn today? We learned on how to take care of our parents and grandparents when they get old, isn't it? They have taken care of us when we are children. So, we should also take care of them when they are old and weak and need care. Remember, children are always the world for parents and they love their children more than anything. It is our duty to love them back the same way. We also learn that when we do something bad to others, it will always come back to us sooner or later. Remember, children, karma will always find its way back to you. If you do good to others, good will happen to you. And if you do bad to others, the same bad will happen to you later. Hence, children, never ever hurt or harm others. Always be kind and good to others. We also learned today on how brothers and sisters should be with each other. I know you all fight with your brother or sister or friends over toys and other things, isn't it? But did you ever see or hear Rama and his brothers fighting with each other? No, isn't it? Though they were born to different mothers, they were very loving and just with each other. This is how you should also be with your sisters and brothers. Remember, children, family always comes first. It is your family and only your family that will come to your rescue when you are in trouble. Hence, you should always love your family. So, children, we will end this episode here. If you like this story, please click on like button and subscribe. Don't forget to leave your comments on the video. Also, remind your parents to show you more videos on Ramayana. See you later, children. Bye bye.